going on? This your main man, L Boogie with the hoodie. You know I'm blessing the Lord, highly favored, excited about Jesus, excited about the word of God. My cup is running over and I still want some more. How about you? I'm here with the foremost authority when it comes to credit. Her name is Angela, and she's with Creative Credit Consultants out of Florida. And I'm telling you, she knows her stuff when it comes to credit, personal credit, business credit. And Angela, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Larry. How are you?
I'm groovy, and I want to drink a smoothie. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't lying to you when I'm telling you. Listen, I want to go over some of these, some of your top questions that people usually ask you when it concerns credit, business credit, personal credit. You know, using them both together and different things like that right there. So the first question that I got for you today is, what's the difference between business credit and personal credit?
Okay, well, the biggest difference between business credit and personal credit, there's five components that make up your personal credit score. You know, you have utilization, you have the types of credit, the longevity of the credit, and that's mostly for your personal things, for, you know, credit cards, buying houses, cars, things like that.
Hmm.
Business credit is the same thing, but it's for your business and for your business only. So um, it doesn't have all those different components, all of that stuff that you look at on the personal side don't necessarily go into play on the business side. That's why I'm so excited and I love business credit so much, because once you start establishing that business credit, the main thing that you have to worry about is payment history. That's what they go on versus all the other components that you have to worry about on the personal side. So it's two different things. Personal credit, mainly for personal stuff. Business credit, it's like another whole separate person. It's its own separate entity.
Okay. And why is it important to use business credit?
It's important to use business credit mainly so that, for two reasons. Well, it's a lot more reasons, but the two main reasons. One is because you want to separate the business from you personally. You
Hmm.
want to, you know, should something negative happen to the business, you know, businesses go out of business every day. You
Yeah.
know,
And you
bad
know
things
what?
happen.
We just seen that with two large trucking companies
Yes,
last week.
yes.
I mean, man, that was crazy, catastrophic.
I saw that, yeah, where they had people like stranded, you know, out of town, no way to get home, you know, that was insane. Yeah, I saw that. So yeah, that's why, you know, you want to have business credit, you want to keep them separate. Like I said, should something like that happens, then you won't be devastated personally as well. Give you a background story what happened to me personally. That's why I'm so passionate about business credit and about building it the way that I teach it to my clients and the way that I use it personally now. Back in 08, 09, I had, you know, right at $1 million, 970 something thousand dollars worth of real estate. All of it was bought on the personal credit. All of it
Hmm.
was bought on the personal credit. So when the market tanked, you know, the business that I was building was buying, you know, buying property, rental property, you know, as investments and stuff. When the market tanked at 08, 09, my personal credit tanked right along with it. You know, so that's the
That,
main reason. That's a big reason why you want to keep them separate, and also why you want to have them both. And then also the a great thing about it is you want to have you it will give you twice the buying power.
yeah.
So if you have great personal credit and great business credit, then now you have twice the buying power. Now you could do so many more things with having a larger, you know, network of you know, funding that you can get, being that you have personal, you know, and great business credit. You really need both. Any
Yeah.
business owner need to have both.
Yeah, because one of the main words that I love to use and that I always tell people, you know, especially when it comes to trucking, is the big L word,
Leverage.
leverage. You need that leverage. You don't want to use all your cash
Absolutely.
in everything that you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Because money is gonna come when it comes to trucking. Like the money is always there. You see what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
it, but you may it may be a down season, and it may be an up season, but the money is always there. So if you can use that leverage,
Yes.
you can really sustain yourself in business. Okay, next question is this right here. Can I build my business credit and use that exclusively and not worry about my personal credit ever again?
I get that question a lot. I get that question a lot because a lot of my clients, they're like, listen, I want to get a business or I have a business, but my personal credit is horrible. Like I don't even want to deal with it because, it fluctuates so much. It's up and down. It's so temperamental. Like I just want to just build the business and then just forget the personal credit. So I tell them, I'm like, listen, you only get that one credit score. You only get that one. You only get that one social. So you have to guard that. You have to,
Yeah.
you have to treat it like your baby. You have to watch it. Like literally for me, I watch my score like almost every day. I'm obsessive with it. You don't have to be that obsessive with it, but no, you cannot. You absolutely cannot just focus on the business and then and then just forget about the personal, because even with building a great business credit and a great business credit profile, you want to still make sure that you're working on that personal stuff. So all my clients, I tell them, look, while we're building the business credit, which you definitely can do that and do that without using your personal social and still be able to get loans and funding and all of that great stuff. Like I've been getting a lot of that for my clients and for myself as well. However, when you get to a different level and you want to start getting bank loans and bank funding, and SBA loans and all of that kind of stuff, regardless of how great your business credit score is, some of those people, they're still going to want to go back and take a look at that personal credit and see how you're dealing with your, dealing personally. So they might not do a hard pull, but they're definitely going to want to take a peek at it. So I tell my clients, while we're building the business credit, still go back and, and attack those issues that you have on the personal side so that, at the end, like we were saying earlier, now you got twice the buying power. Now you can move mountains because now you got both, you're strong on both ends, and now you can do so much more. So no, you don't want to just worry about the business and leave the personal. You only get that one social, so you want to take care of it. You want to do whatever it takes. Yes, it takes longer to, to clean up bad things, but hey, you gotta just swallow that pill and just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. And because guess what? If let's say like if it takes you a year, 2 years to get stuff off of your credit, well, guess what? That's just like somebody who's doing a business, and it may take you the next 5 years to get capital and build your business credit or build your personal credit and get all those negative things all off there. Let's say like if you had all bad personal credit, all bad business credit, you had to redo that stuff and take some stuff off. Man, I'd rather do that right there and set stuff up in 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Instead of working for a company for the next 40 years, you see what I'm saying? Where I know I'm gonna retire with a gold watch or whatever. Like you can be doing things right now and looking into the future long term instead of just being so short sighted and just looking like, man, this is gonna be a big task. It's gonna take me a year to clean this stuff up. It's gonna take me a year to get this stuff off. It's gonna take me a year to pay this stuff. It's gonna take me 2 years to get this stuff off and get stuff turned around. But guess what? In the process, you already got a plan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's worth it. I mean, it's really worth it to go ahead and slow down. Like, cause some people we're in a microwave generation. Everybody want everything right now, like overnight. Yeah. But on the personal side as well as the business side, it takes time. So I tell my clients, slow down. Let's come up with a strategy. Let's come up with a plan. Even if you have to get yourself on a budget, go ahead and just take care of that stuff. Go ahead and take care of it. Even if you are not looking to purchase a house right now on your personal credit, you're not looking to buy a car for the next 4 or 5 years, now is the perfect time to go ahead and clean that stuff up. So when you are ready to do things on the personal personal side, you don't have to worry about scrambling to go try to take care of that stuff. Go ahead and take care of it. Keep an eye on it, because there's a lot of, a lot of theft and all this craziness going on. So just keep an eye on it. Even if you just do it once a month, take a look at it, because it's better that if something negative comes up and your credit has been compromised, somebody has you're a victim of credit card fraud or something like that, you want to know earlier than later. You don't want to wait 6 months down the line to find out this stuff and it's negatively hit your credit. You want to be able to find out immediately so you can go ahead and take care of that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm glad you touched on the issue of houses and cars, because my next question has to do exactly with that. Can I purchase homes and cars in my business name?
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. A lot of clients of mine, they're actually using their business credit to purchase. They're purchasing vehicles that they use for business. However, sometimes they're using those vehicles personally as well. But yeah, absolutely. We actually have specific companies that we go through that I use personally to help people get vehicles. I have contacts to get leasing for equipment and all that kind of stuff that'll eventually be a purchase to you. So yeah, and then on the real estate side of it, we have trucking and real estate. There's actually funding sources specifically for that using your business credit. So that's amazing, where they have exact funding for those type of situations.
Okay. My next question is this right here. Do all creditors issue business credit the same way as personal credit?
Absolutely not. When it comes down to business credit, the difference between the way that they issue, there's only a small amount of companies that actually offer true business credit. And what I mean about true business credit is, on the personal side, every company pretty much offers credit, and every company reports. On the business side, a lot of companies, they'll tell you that they offer business credit, but they really don't. They offer you more like a store credit, but they're not reporting. So with my company, with Creative Credit Consultants, we only deal with the companies that offer true business credit, meaning that they offer credit and they actually report to the business credit bureaus. There are separate bureaus that are for reporting on the business side. So we only deal with those companies that offer you true business credit and that actually report to the business credit bureaus. The beautiful thing about my company is 9 times out of 10, well, 10 times out of 10, actually, I know, these exact companies that offer business credit. I know the exact bureaus that they report to. And 9 times out of 10, I even know when they report. So with being able to have all that information, I'm able to help my clients really strategize a plan to get them business credit, get them reporting as quickly as possible so they can move through the phases of credit on the business side.
Okay, cool beans. Now, I got a question all the way from California. It's from Tom, and Tom says this right here. Do I register my business and go to the bank for a loan?
Oh no, absolutely not. If Tom does that, Tom is going to be very disappointed. He's going to be very disappointed because a lot of people make that misconception. They register their business with the Secretary of State and get their EIN number, and they think that is it. They think that's all they need to do, and then they're off running to the bank trying to get a loan. Well, the bank is they're not gonna tell you this, but they're pretty much gonna laugh you out of there. Because when it comes to banking and getting bank funding, a lot of people don't know that we all, even for our businesses, we all have a banking score too. So you have your personal credit score, your business credit score, and then you have a banking credit score. And with banking, you normally have to be in business about 3 years. You have to show, your profit and loss statements. You have to show, tax returns, all of that stuff in order to be able to get a loan from a bank. However, the way that we do it, we don't use socials at all to build your business credit. Like I was saying earlier, we can build that business credit totally separate from you personally and not use your social. So Tom is going to be very disappointed if he opens his business and runs to the bank, because they're going to definitely deny him. I can 100% tell you that that's what's going to happen. Either that's going to happen, or they're going to require him to do a PG, a personal guarantee. They're going to pull his personal credit, and that loan, if he's approved for one, is going to be based on him, personally guaranteeing that loan.
Okay. All right, next question. All the way, Brandy from Nova Scotia says this right here. Can I just purchase a shelf corporation to make my company look more seasoned than it really is to expedite the process of getting credit?
Well, listen, you can do that, but you're going to be wasting your money, Brandy. You're going to be wasting your money. You don't want to do that. Banks are smart, guys. Banks are smart. They now are starting to look at the date that you actually open your bank account as your official date that your business started. So a lot of people, they try to maneuver the system and go get these shelf corporations. I know that there's a lot of companies out there selling them, but guys, it's so much bad things could happen with that. You don't know whether that company that you're buying, that shelf corporation, you don't know if they've been sued. You don't know if they have, bills and, litigations and all of that craziness attached to that business. So you don't want to do that, because the minute you take on that business and say, yes, you are the new owner, you don't know what kind of skeleton's about to fall out the closet. And, and then now that's your issue. Now that's your issue. It could be a lawsuit that's been laying dormant, and then the minute that name is used, the minute that information from that entity is used, then, here come the people ready to collect their money. And guess what? They're going to be looking to collect from you. They're not going to be looking at the old owner. They're going to be looking at you. So guys, you don't want to do that. It's so many. I mean, I can sit here and tell you all kinds of horror stories that could happen with that. So you don't want to do that. And on top of that, the banks are smart, guys. They're going to look at the date that your bank account was started. And that's going to be considered your official, start date for your company. You can either, even if you register your business with the Secretary of State, got your EIN number, got your DUNS number, now you're looking to open a bank account. If you already done all that stuff 6 months ago, a year ago, and then you go open a bank account, that bank account date is going to be what the banks look at for your official start date.
Okay.
So you don't want to do that.
All righty. Next question. Shelly, all the way from Montana, says, how long does this take? I need a loan like yesterday.
Well, Shelly, honey, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Because this is not an overnight thing. It takes time to build business credit. There are ways that you can expedite it, which means that you will be having to use your personal credit. We do have funding sources out there that will allow you to use your personal credit. In order to get that right now loan, you have to have a 680 or better credit score, and then there's a couple other things that you would have to have in place. But again, guys, you're going to be using your personal credit to do that. And, to get a loan immediately. You're going to definitely have to have a great personal credit, and you're going to have to PG it. You're going to have to personal guarantee it. Or you can slow down a minute, slow down, and just build the business credit on its own, without using your personal social at all. You can build it on your own, and then that way you're not liable personally, and you're keeping the two entities separate. You're keeping yourself separate from the business, so that now you're not worried that, if something negative happens, not only the business is going to tank, but your personal credit as well. So you don't want to do that, because a lot of people, they'll get, say, a $50,000, $60,000 personal credit card and use it for a business. And when they do that and they're using it for a business, then they're going to end up using a higher amount of the utilization. So if you end up doing that, you're gonna mess up your personal credit, guys. So you want to do everything in your power to just, strategize this thing in a way to where it's not affecting you negatively personally.
Okay. Okay, last question. Mario from Brooklyn, New York says this right here. He says, will the banks give me money to start my business? I have a great idea, but no money.
Mario, no, absolutely not. I don't know a cute way of saying it. The answer is just no, no, no. We all have great ideas, but a bank, they're only going to be willing to take so much risk. If you don't have what we call some skin in the game, you can forget it. You can forget it. Banks looking for, banks and even private lenders. We have, over 2,000 different sources for all types of lending. Even those private lenders, guys, they're going to want to see, what you're putting in it. You got to put more in it than, oh, I got a great idea. No, you got to have some skin in the game. They want to see, how much time you've been putting into this. They want to see, a business plan. They're going to want to see a whole lot of stuff, and definitely they're going to want you to put some of your own money in, because if they feel like, if you don't have any money in it, then you're not really serious. You're not really serious about your business if you're not willing to fund it and to put your own money in it. You gotta definitely have some skin in the game.
Okay. Now, Angela, that's all the questions I got for today. But one of the things I want to do is, I know a lot of people, I know you're always reaching out to me, showing me these different approvals and everything like that. And it seems like every week there's a different approval with somebody else. Tell us about, I guess, one of your uh, businesses that you're most proud of. You don't have to say the name or anything like that, but just one of your clients that you see significant results out of.
Yeah, I have one client, one of the ones that I've been sending you a lot. When I tell you, when we first started, and this happens, like I have clients, they'll start out strong, and life happens, and they'll fall off, and then they'll come back, and then they'll fall off, and then they'll come back. Listen, guys, I'm not going anywhere. So should that happen, I mean, I'm gonna be right here. Like literally, I had some clients reach back out to me that I started working with them a year ago. One of them lost their job. One of them got a divorce. I mean, life happens, guys. But the beautiful thing about the way that I do business credit, I love this stuff so much. Once you become a client, now you're family. And I have this one client, when I tell you, she was a thorn in my side, because she would start and stop. But she finally got serious. And Larry, once she got serious, this girl been killing it. I mean, killing it. Once she finally got serious and was like, okay, this does work. Because I think, at first she had someone in her ear who don't know anything about business credit, don't know anything about me personally or my business, that was in her ear and was telling her, oh, that business credit stuff don't work, blah, 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 but I kept getting her approvals. So, I mean, you can't deny receipts, baby. When when you get those receipts, what can you say, So when she finally got serious, oh my goodness, I would say in the last 2 months, this girl has gotten over 50, 60,000 more dollars worth of credit. Like literally, I like to see her text messages come through, because when I see a text message come through from her, I already know what it is. I already know, that it's another approval. And, and like I said, she was back and forth. I started with her right after I got started with business credit. And like I said, guys, you want to work with someone who's patient like me. I don't know where I get that patience from, but I love this stuff so much. So, and my thing is, when you guys win, I win. When I tell you, I be over here shouting, just celebrating when I get those approvals, because to me, this is my baby. This is my, my thing. And I love it so much. And I love my clients so much, to where when y'all win, I win. So I celebrate right along with you. She's doing amazing. She's at over 100,000 in business credit right now, and still cranking strong, and I'm so proud of her. Her main thing when she came to me, she only wanted a Sam's wholesale card. That's all she wanted. And I'm like, well, you can't just jump straight to Sam's, but I'll get you there. And I'm proud to announce that she has like a $13,000 Sam's card at this time. So she's really excited. She's really excited. She has a daycare. And I told her, I said, girl, that's just the beginning. Like, what I love so much is being able to, to speak into people's lives and stuff. Because like I said, that's all she wanted was a Sam's card. I'm like, no, we're going to expand this business for you. Like, literally, when I get done with you, you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5 daycares, not just this one. We want to move you into a position of just ownership. You're not going to be the one seeing about the kids anymore. We're going to build this thing to now where you have several, avenues of business.
Yeah. Well, Angela, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud to be working with you. I'm proud to have you on my side. And how can we get in touch with you if we want to get in touch with you? What's your website? What's your phone number that people can get in contact with you?
Okay. Well, people can get in contact with me. My website is www.creativecreditconsultants.org. ORG. My telephone number is 352-638-7876. Sorry, excuse me. And then also you can reach me at Angela Griffin on Facebook. I also have Creative Credit Consultants on Facebook. And then on Instagram is angela.griffin.3975 on Instagram.
Okay. All right. So, well, we appreciate this time that you was able to give today to be able to educate the people about business credit, personal credit, and the uses of business credit and personal credit. So until next time, keep it in a row. And this your boy L Boogie with the hoodie. And I'm feeling good. And make sure you like, you subscribe, and you comment on the videos. Tap that bell on side so you can get notifications when I go live or when I post different content. So until next time, holla at your boy when you see me in the streets.